Have you been in that situation where someone in your band or the rehearsal room says play this note on this string and you're struggling to figure out where it is? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you a method to where you're going to unlock all the notes to the fretboard, and it's going to be very, very easy. So stick around, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar and get the lead out. We are a Led Zeppelin tribute and we tour all over the country. We do around 130 shows a year, so if Led Zeppelin is your thing and you want to come see a live show, then I formally invite you to come check one of our shows out. You can find all of our tour dates at gtlorocks.com. There's a link in the description below. And if you've been to a show and you've seen us before, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So in today's video, guys, I wanted to go over a quick little concept that I refer to as a 2x2 or the 2x3. Okay, and in this method, you're able to unlock all the notes on the fretboard. And we're going to start off with real basic stuff that everyone should know, and it's just tuning your guitar. And today we're in standard tuning. We're in E, A, D, G, B, E. And by that, I mean this is your E string, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, so now let's focus on the other basics that you're going to need to know when it comes to learning the notes of the fretboard. So having a solid understanding of the way the notes of the fretboard work is going to help you out with this concept. So there's 12 notes in the scale. Open string to 12th fret is your octave. So in between, all of those 12 notes fit in there. So let's go over the natural notes real quick. You have A on open string. Then on the 2nd fret you have a B. Your 3rd fret you have a C. The 5th fret you have a D. 7th fret is E. 8th fret is F. 10th fret is G. And then 12th fret is your octave, A. Okay, you notice that some of the frets, I skipped over a fret, and other ones, there was no fret in between, right? So B to C and E to F is a half step. There's never going to be anything other than B to C, E to F, half step. You're not going to have a B sharp. You're not going to have a E sharp. It's even hard to say because they don't exist. So understanding that concept is going to help you out. Everything else has a sharp flat. A sharp, B flat, then your B, then your C, then you have a C sharp or a D flat, then you're a D, D sharp, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat, A. Okay? So that's all the notes in order. And depending on where you're at on your low E string, that's the first one. That's where you're going to start. So E to F is a half step, remember? So E, F. All you have to do is remember that B to C and E to F. Everything else is a whole step. So now let's get on to the 2x2 method. Okay, so 2x2, we're going to start off on a low E string, right? And if you skip down 2 strings and move over 2 frets, that's an E note. Those are the same notes. So if you check out that pattern, you're on this string, go down 2 strings, 1, 2, and then move over 2 frets, 1, 2. That's the same note. So now you know where an E note is on the D string, just by knowing that that is an E note. Let's do that concept starting here. This is G. Skip down 2 strings, skip over 2 frets. 2x2. Down 2, over 2. That's G, that's G. So if you do it this way, G, down 2, over 2, that's G. Same thing here. Let's do it on the 8th fret. This note is C, down 2 strings, over 2 frets. That's C. So the 2x2 method works where your lowest root is on the 6th string and the 5th string. So you have your open A string, skip down 2 strings, over 2 frets. That's an A note. Same concept. 3rd fret, that's a C. Skip down 2 strings, over 2 frets. That's a C. Now this concept works with the sharps and flats as well. 6th string, 6th fret. That's a B flat. Skip down 2 strings, over 2 frets. On your D string, that is a B flat. So this concept works all the way up and down the fretboard. Now, when your root is on the D string and the G string, that's when the 2x3 comes into play. So think about this. The 2x2 is down to over 2. The 2x3 is down to over 3. So you have your open D string, skip down 2 strings, over 3 frets. That's a D note. There you go. That's the 2x3. And that concept works here. Let's play this note on the 3rd fret, 4th string. That's an F, by the way, because if you go backwards, back to, up to, there's your low F note. So it works in reverse, however you look at it. But yes, that's an F note. Now you're going to go down to an over 3. There's F again. And that is the shape you can do if you want to play octaves. Just like this is the shape if you want to play octaves. Same here. Okay, so now let's take the G string. It's the same 2x3. G is open, come down 2 strings, over 3 frets. There's G. Let's play the 3rd fret, and that is a B flat. Let's skip down 2 strings, over 2 frets. That's a B flat. Same concept. Those are all the same notes. Just a real quick review. If your low note is on the 6th or 5th string, it's down 2, over 2. If it's on the 4th or 3rd string, it's down 2, over 3. So 2x2 and 2x3. So guys, I hope this little lesson helps. It's like a little trick to kind of look at the fretboard in a different light. And if it helps you out, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear back from you. And as always, my friends, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I'll see you all in the next video.